Miss Rose, what was going on with your car?
Was just leaking some kind of fluid.
And you were driving a 2010 Ford Edge SUV?
Yes.
How long had you had it at that
Oh,
point?
I've owned it since 2010. I bought it brand
2010?
new.
So you went on the internet to find a mobile mechanic. What attracted you to the defendant?
I just filled out quotes, and he was the first one to contact me back.
Okay, so he shows up to your place the same day
Yes, within the hour.
and looked at your car? Mm-hmm. Gave you a quote?
Yes.
And he told you that the only thing that was wrong with it was the head
The
gasket?
head gasket had to be replaced.
And so you agreed with the quote, $4,300?
Yes.
So you paid him how much exactly?
$21.10 in total that day.
When was he supposed to start working on your car?
Very next day, I thought.
That's what you two had agreed to?
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought somebody was coming the next day.
Mr. Cooper, everything sound all right?
The only difference in that is when she gave us the check, we told her that it would take a few days for us to get a technician out there.
A few days, not the next day.
Yeah.
Were you supposed to show up or an associate?
One of my technicians,
And they didn't show up until when?
like 2 or 3 days after. I don't have the exact date on me.
What if I told you it was about 5 days? Does that sound about right?
That's about right, yeah.
So when your associate showed up, what was he supposed to do?
Disassemble the engine, replace the head gasket.
Ma'am, what happened when he showed up?
He showed up very late. It was almost dusk. He just started taking apart a few things.
Okay.
And just left my engine parts all over my driveway.
How long was he there?
2 hours, probably.
And then when did he come back?
I don't have the exact date, but it's written in my statement. I think it's like the 20th.
You said the
perhaps.
following day he didn't show up?
No.
Was he supposed to?
Yeah, he said it's a 2-day job and we'll be done by tomorrow.
So he didn't show up until 6 days later?
Yes.
And then how long did he work?
Maybe 5 hours? 5, 6.
And what happened on that day?
He just finished taking stuff apart, and then he proceeded to tell me that my engine was rusted and that I would probably have to have the entire engine replaced, and that Jacob would reach out to me with the new price quote or whatever.
And then you claimed something about a large spill happened on that day.
Yeah, when he was taking the stuff apart, he must have drained my oil and left a huge oil spill. Ran to my front door, asked me for a towel, didn't say for what. Thank goodness I gave him an old towel. He proceeded to try to wipe up the oil and then left that day without telling me until I noticed it the next morning.
So this was the driveway and the oil?
Yes.
What are these other pictures you took?
Just how the condition he left my car in with this belt hanging down and this stick in it. This is after he supposedly put my car in a towing position so it could be safely towed to the new shop. And I didn't know what this wood was hanging down, the belt. I messaged his associate as well as Jacob.
Is this a 2x4? What is this?
It looks like a piece of wood.
I mean,
So
what is it doing?
the reason that we would use a piece of wood is because we had to take the motor mount off the vehicle, and so we put a jack under there to support the engine.
What about page 11?
That's the broken timing cover that he was supposed to use the wood to not break the part, but he broke the part anyway. He came and admitted to me that he broke the piece at the bottom of my engine.
So the oil spill and the SUV part, is that what you're suing for in particular? This
Yes,
is the part.
yeah.
Sir, were you aware that your associate broke the part?
Yes. When he removed that, he cracked it, and that's how that piece came off.
So did your associate then tell you that there was damage to her engine?
Yes.
You wanted to tell her about it and say what?
So I called her and said, hey, there was the timing cover was damaged, and that we would replace that. But at that point, then we saw that there was metal fragments in the bottom of the engine. So either way, the engine would need to be replaced.
And the quote that you gave her was how much? $6,000?
Yeah. So that was for the 63 was for a new engine because we don't supply used engines because it's a warranty issue. And then she opted to go obviously for a cheaper option of a used engine. So that's why she found somebody else to do it.